Hey guys, do you ever get that feeling that you just need to get away? You just need to leave the hustle and bustle of life behind, even though it's just for a weekend? Well, that's where I was. The Jeep had been in the shop for 2.5 weeks getting a new clutch plate put in, so I'd been missing the tent and the adventures. So join us on this adventure as we travel through the Ochoco National Forest, through icy, muddy roads. We camped a night in Prineville, near the Prineville Reservoir. Second night we camped at the Peterson Creek Reservoir that was slightly frozen over. It was a beautiful sunset, great campsite. We also explored some buttes and saw an old observation tower. We explored an old mine and drove a whole lot of back roads and just enjoyed being way out in the forest. The beauty and serenity of the forest is something that I crave all the time, and if you do too, join us for this adventure and all those still to come.
Go.
What's up, guys? Thanks for tuning in. It is December the 6th. It's about 8 o'clock at night, a little bit after 8. Winter has arrived in the Pacific Northwest, so I got off at 4 today. Caitlin got off at 7, but it got dark at 5. Gladiator's been gone for 2.5 weeks. We had some clutch plate issues, a failure, so we've been missing it the last couple weeks. We are headed out. This weekend we're going to do Prineville Reservoir and the Ochoco Mountains here in Oregon. Might get a little bit of snow. It's a little chilly. We'll camp at the reservoir tonight. Should wake up with a good view. This is our first trip since getting the Jeep back, and our first trip with the DJI drone. So hoping for some good views, some decent weather, and we'll see what the weekend's got in store for us. Follow along. Good morning. Sunday, December the 7th. The spot overlooking Prineville Reservoir that I had found on Onyx Off-Roads did not work out last night. It's all BLM land, but you have to go through private land to get there. So we wound up on this little chunk of BLM land, and it's nothing to write home about. We were too tired to push on to the Ochocos last night, so we made it work, but it's extremely muddy. Kind of mud that just sticks to your shoes, and next thing you know, your shoes weigh 10 pounds each. So we've cleaned our feet off as best we can, loaded and packed everything up. We're about to get out of here and find somewhere better to cook breakfast before we move on with the plan for today. But it's not the best campsite ever, but it's not the worst. Did put the drone up. You can see the reservoir from here, but not what we were going for. So the moon was super bright last night. No stars though, but we'll see you further down the road. Let's go do something fun and get out of here. You can hear all the mud slinging off. That's some thick, nasty stuff. But made it out of that BLM land, and now we're gonna head over towards the Ochoco Mountains. Find us a spot to stop for breakfast. It was too muddy. I didn't feel like getting all the kitchen stuff out, so we'll find somewhere to cook. Got a hike planned today. About a 6.9 mile hike. We'll see if we make that happen. Right now, food's number one priority. So. Alright, we've made it over to the Ochoco Mountains. Almost to the Ochoco National Forest. And this is the Ochoco Reservoir. We had our breakfast. Dogs are about to get theirs. Alright, we are almost to our hike. We're like 11 miles away, but this is the Ochoco National Forest, and this is a beautiful place. It's one of my favorite mountain ranges and forest in all of Oregon. So enjoy the trip with us, enjoy the scenery, because we sure are. Alright, we rode some roads and made it up here to the trailhead. This is there's several trails here, but what we're doing is the Lookout Mountain, Round Mountain, and Motherlode Mine Trail. Right as we made it to the trailhead, we started seeing a little bit of snow. So we've got the hiking crampons if we need them. Hopefully we won't need them. It's just a light dusting. But I think we're gonna go up like 1,400 feet in elevation by the end of it, so we might need them. But good to get some dirt on her. I'm glad to have her back after she was gone for 2.5 weeks. So here we go. Headed up to the Motherlode Mine. Got the snow and ice crunching under our feet. It's real pretty up here though. Kind of steep. Alright, so this is Lookout Mountain. About another 100 yards that way is the true peak. We took this little turn off to see the snow shelter. But it's super icy under the snow. I've almost ate it a couple times. So visibility is not very good up here on the actual mountain, so I'm gonna turn back after this. But when we look down on the other side, you can see a good ways.
Hello.
How y'all doing?
Got a sauna going for you. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, the valley's definitely got the sun today, that's for sure.
Sauna would be nice right now because that wind is very chilly. Alright, so that's down in the Ochoco Valley, Prineville area. I think Prineville is actually right over there. But you can see that way, but once you get up here, it's just foggy, dark clouds. but I've always found these old snow shelters and storm shelters to be cool. If you got caught in a whiteout up here, this would be a saving grace. Lots of firewood cut for you out of the elements. Starting to snow a little bit now. Oregon Army National Guard, 1249th Engineer Battalion. So this was built June of 1989. Got a couple benches, firewood, a barrel made into a stove, but it's enough to save your life if you needed it. So this is pretty cool. What you think, Zeeves? You ready to go back to the Jeep? What you think, Kaylee?
This has been a good hike.
So this is the state of the whole trail up here. Nothing but ice under the snow. Very slick. So we're leaving the shelter now and we're headed back down. We'll take the other side of the loop, but it'll take us right back to the same place. So we'll see you back at the Jeep or at the next cool thing. Real quick though, get out here without falling down. So that's the snow shelter. The summit is right through there. See if I can show it to you. As slick as it is, we're not going to go the rest of the way because it's literally right there and won't be able to see anything. So, see you next one. What happened? Hey, it's a little slick back there.
Look at my skid tracks.
I think we've almost dropped low enough to be done with the ice. So I ended up sliding down and taking a knee earlier, but there's been about 15 times that I almost busted it. So it's fun though. It's fun though, right?
Yeah, something like that.
All right, here's part of the old mine. Let's see if we can get up there to it. Big rub on that tree right there. Probably a big buck put that there. I'm gonna go around a little bit more. I think it'll be easier to go up. So this is the Mother Lode mine. I'm not sure if it was a gold mine, a coal mine, a iron. I don't know what they mined here. Whew, the calves didn't like that. Let's get a little closer. All right, caught my breath a little bit. I was breathing too heavy. It's like this old conveyor for a mine cart. Oh, that's neat. It's a heavy-duty door. Old pulleys. Right here is where it goes up to there. Come check this out. Okay. Yeah. Come check this out. Pacific Foundry and Metallurgy Company. So stuff would run into these troughs here. All these pipes. Yeah, I don't know the history to it, but it's really cool. I'm gonna have to look it up online and look into it a little bit more, because now I'm just intrigued. But it's way out here. But we're gonna head to the Jeep so we can make it to our next camp spot before dark. So that's probably it for this hike. All right, so the hike's done. We are headed to tonight's camp spot. If everything works out, here shortly we'll be camping up above a lake on the prairie. What'd you think of the hike?
Good hike. 10 out of 10.
Even with the slip in the fall?
Minus 0.5.
Ah, gotcha. Well, the mine building was really cool, so it's been a really good day. I think this will be a good camp spot, and it's close enough that we should have time to set up and cook dinner while it's still daylight, and let the dogs play a little bit. And then once it gets dark tonight, we'll have the propane fire pit going and wake up and do some off-roading tomorrow. So see y'all in a bit. All right, guys, so the original camp spot that I had marked on Onyx didn't work out. Same issue as the other one. You had to go through private property to get to it, and that just wasn't gonna work. So we started riding around trying to find somewhere else. We wound up here at the Peterson Creek Reservoir. This is in the Ochoco National Forest. So we got the tent set up. I'm gonna get dinner going here in a minute. As you saw in the video before, I did get in a sticky situation and have to break out the traction boards. But dogs are happy, they're playing and having a good time. I'm happy watching sunset over the water. Got everything set up before dark, so what you say?
Best one so far this trip.
All right, well, get dinner going, we'll get the fire going, and we're gonna watch the sunset. So try to take a picture or two. It's pretty clear. If the stars are good, then we'll get some pictures of that. Shouldn't be very much light pollution out here. So see you in a bit. What's up, guys? Got everything set up tent-wise, chairs, ready for sleep. Watching the last bit of light over the lake. Gonna cook some dinner, watch the skies. Sorry, struggles. Tonight we're doing walking tacos, or in Kaylee's case, fall down a mountain, so tumble tacos. These are made with venison from a buck that we harvested earlier this year. Being lazy, didn't even feel like getting the table out. Just gonna sit around the campfire tonight. So, real simple. Cut a bag of Doritos in half, pour the meat and cheese and all the toppings in with it, and there you go. So, that's dinner. Tomorrow we're gonna wake up, do some off-roading. We're gonna go up Black Mountain, then we're gonna go up Paulina Peak. There's so many roads over here in the Ochocos that we could ride all day, so I don't really know where we're gonna go, but I know we'll go to those two places, and we're gonna enjoy the stars tonight, enjoy dinner. Hopefully sunrise is great over the reservoir here. This is Peterson Creek Reservoir. Never been here, but I kind of like it. So we'll see you at sunrise. Alright guys, dinner was a success. Fire pit going. Can't really see them here. You can see them a little bit. The stars have showed up and are showing out. I'm gonna try to do a time lapse, no promises. I'm not very good at this, but we'll see. See you in the morning. Good morning, guys. So it was clear with lots of stars last night, but we woke up to a little rain shower and lots of clouds. So we're gonna get everything packed up, get breakfast going. We're not in any rush today, so we'll take our time here and then we'll get on the road and see what today holds. But overall, I'll give this camp spot a 9 out of 10. Only way it'd be better is if you could walk to the edge of the water. So the reservoir itself is actually on private property, but this is the boundary for the national forest. So, folks playing. Let's get packed up. Got some sausage, egg, and cheese scramble. Water, monsters. Realized that the reservoir has a little thin layer of ice across the top of it. That's neat. But got all the bedding put up, letting the tent air out a little bit more where it got rained on. But put the tent up and put the dogs up, and we'll be out of here within the next 20 minutes or so. It's starting to sprinkle on us, so it's time to hit the roads and see where we end up. All right, officially leaving camp today. It's Monday the 8th. It's a really good spot. From here, the stop is gonna be Black Mountain. So come along with us. Alright, so Black Mountain was our next stop because there was an observation tower. I got some footage of it with the drone. We were going to walk up to it, but it's seen better days and is falling apart, so we won't be going up it, but it's pretty cool because it's just built onto the side of a tree. If you look right there, you can see it poking over the trees, but like I said, some pretty cool drone footage, but we won't be climbing up that one, so we're gonna move on to Paulina Butte. That's our next stop. See what we come across. We're approaching Paulina Peak, going through this big burn area. It's very beautiful. See a little bit of snow mixed in. This is the final push up to the top of Paulina Peak. Hoping we can get all the way to the top. Picked this one because it's the tallest peak around, so figured it'd be a good spot to check out. Looks like there's a radio communication system up here, but we've got a panoramic view here of everything below us. Park right here by this radio tower for a minute. Drop it. So I don't know if this is for radio or weather, but this is Paulina Peak. Not much up here, but good views of the valley around. Definitely gonna need a deep clean on the Jeep, because one thing we have found is mud for sure. It's 34 degrees up here and windy. Let's see you with what's next.
All right, so it looks like there used to be an observation tower here. And here's the geological marker for Paulina Butte. So, and a memory sign.
Well, I was flying the drone and crashed it into a branch, and I broke my drone. So, yeah, now I gotta find a new one. But very new to flying drones. I was getting pretty good at it, I thought, but apparently not. But these things happen, and we'll find another one, and life goes on. So, still very pretty out here. Still been a good weekend, good trip, and it ain't over yet. So, we're not far from the main road that goes through the national forest. I was thinking about trying to go to another peak. I think it was Ochoco Butte, but we only have about 3 hours of daylight left, so we'll see what we come across. For now, just enjoy the scenery riding on these roads. Look at that thing, beautiful. Nice, nice. Alright, so we've made it back to the main road, and I gotta say, she was a beast this weekend. We went through a lot of mud, a lot of ice. The last part we came through had a lot of puddles, so it washed a bunch of the mud off, but she's still pretty filthy. It was a heck of a weekend. Only bad part was wrecking the drone, but I'll take it. See you in a bit. Alright, we are back in Prineville. Fueling up. They have a car wash, but I don't think it'll do nothing for us. So we'll go to the self-serve tomorrow and take care of it. All in all, great weekend. First night, couldn't get the campsite we wanted at the Reservoir in Prineville. But everything from then on was good, except for crashing and breaking the drone. But it was a great weekend. Like I said at the beginning, Jeep's been gone for 2.5 weeks for the clutch plate. We've really been missing it, and we put her to the test this weekend, and she did good. So some big changes coming, new rack, and have a new look to it. We got some bumpers coming right around Christmas, so she's about to get some love and look totally different. For all the future adventures, we are Adventure the Whole Way on Instagram and YouTube and Facebook. So check us out, follow along. I'm not sure where we're going to be next weekend, but we'll be somewhere. Join us. We won't let you down. It'll be worth it. But for now, that's it. See you on the next